Our next speaker owns several businesses in wealth and property, and he's here to share his secrets of success with you. Please welcome Christofi from Melbourne, Australia.
How's everybody going? I cannot tell you how excited I am to be here. I want to share my story with you. It started at the age of 10 when I got my first job selling scratch tickets in Cyprus. By the age of 13, I was running my father's supermarket. Started playing snooker as well. In my late teens, I was working full-time, plus I was also working 3 jobs, and studying full-time. The 3 jobs I was doing, I was working as a busboy at a nightclub, which was a very good job, picking up cups and mopping up toilets, delivering pizzas, washing plates, and working at a cheap clothes menswear store called Lowe's. By the age of 19, my father gave me a deposit to get into the property industry. I bought my first piece of real estate, fell absolutely in love with the property industry and wealth creation. By the age of 21, I successfully duplicated that process. I became a property millionaire. By the age of 23, I became a multiple property millionaire by buying many properties. By the age of 24 was when it all took a downturn for me. My son contracted bacterial meningitis, lost his hearing. I had a couple business deals go very south, lost over 1.4 million, had to move back into my mother's home, and had a debt of 348,000. I was 24 years of age. Not knowing what to do at that stage, I knew I had a passion for property. I started my first business at the age of 25, called Relentless. So when people say to me they started their business with no money, I wish I had no money when I started my first business. I was in debt 348,000. I'm going to share a story with you of me raising capital, how I built my first business. I can proudly say to you today, I'm running 11 businesses. I've helped over 3,000 Australians, sold $1 billion worth of real estate. I have over $500 million under management. And more importantly, I have over a 7-figure passive income through investments and businesses. Now, thank you. Can I get a show of hands who'd like to know how I did that? Okay, first and foremost, I have a ridiculous amount of energy. I get up very, very early. I'm probably the earliest person that gets up. JT said he's the hardest worker in here. I think I am. Let's see. I get up at 2:45 every day. I go to my office at 3 a.m. For anyone who was walking around the foyer today, 10 past 2, I was at the front there on my computer, working, sending emails. My day usually entails I go to the office at 3 a.m. While I'm walking there, I'm thinking of thoughts that put me in the right frame of mind. I live around the corner. I get there at 3 a.m. I mind feed, I do my 365, I do my wealth workout, I do my inspirational things, and I cover a process that I do every single day, which I'm going to show you. And it's what makes me grateful, it's what makes me humble, and it's a process that I'll never forget. I'll never forget where I came from and the struggles that I went through. Oof, I get a bit emotional talking about it. The 5 key secrets: energy. As I said, I energy manage. A strategy that I've developed through all my businesses is energy forward. When someone comes to me with a challenge or a problem, I ask them 2 questions. What have you learned? What are you going to do different next time? Don't tell me about the mistake that you made. Tell me about the solution. Tell me how we're going to move forward. That's the only thing that I care about. The energy that you're exuding, thinking about the issues and the problem, I don't want to know about that. I want to know about the solution. How can I take it forward? Now, passion. Passion's very important. It's why I can get up every day, do 15, 18 hours, get excited the next day to go back to work and do it all again. From your passion, you'll develop your purpose. My purpose is to help as many Australians achieve financial security as possible. What is your why? My why is I'm obsessed with what I do. I love real estate, and I love people achieve their financial retirement. That's my why. Can I get a show of hands who has heard of the book, The Outliers, by Malcolm Gladwell? It was a book that was released in November 18th, almost 10 years ago to the day, in 2008. It's called The Story of Success. In this book, it talks a lot about Bill Gates, and it also talks a lot about the Beatles. Does anyone know what the 10,000-hour rule is here? Let me tell you for those who don't. It says if you can spend 10,000 hours in any profession or any sport correctly, you can become an expert in your field. 10,000 hours. So if you work 38 hours a week, it will take you just over 5 years and 3 weeks to complete those hours. Imagine if you do 80 hours a week. You can do it in 2.5 years. Imagine if you're focused. If you could achieve what someone can achieve in 5 years, if you can do in 2, imagine how far you'll go. As Albert Einstein said, the 8th wonder of the world is compounding interest. Those who understand it earn it, those who don't pay it. Now, we're not talking about interest, but we're talking about compounding your wealth, your learnings, how much quicker you can go. Now, on the left-hand side here, it's a little thing that I play with my team. I send them a photo of when I'm at the office. And as you can see, I usually put a different watch on because they like that. Between 2:30 to 3 o'clock, that's me in front of my office. On the right-hand side there is a snooker hall that I started 2 years ago, which I'm very proud of, called the Relentless Snooker Academy. We hold the biggest events in the country. We started promoting the sport in 2010. That's more of a passion project. Abundance. I believe in abundance. I think abundance is very important. What does abundance mean to me? I don't settle. I never accept. I want everything. So when my team says to me, if I said, would you prefer having the highest income or the happiest workplace? What would you pick? Both? That's what I give my team. My clients, what would you prefer? Great results, making a lot of money, or the best service that you feel you're the only one? That's what I give my clients. I accept abundance. When I was a young kid and I looked at all the finer things and I came from humble beginnings, nice cars, nice houses, nice restaurants, nice jewelry, I wanted everything because I wanted to experience that in my life in abundance, and I won't settle for anything less. There's only one person that can tell me I can achieve it all or I can't achieve it all. That's myself. And I know I'll never say that. Gratitude. What am I most grateful for? There's a couple things. On the right-hand side is my team. I would not be standing here before you if I didn't have a great team, if I didn't have a great brand, if I didn't have great clients. They're the reason I stand here before you. On the other side, there's my family, my wife and 4 kids, which is And as you can tell by the look of my wife, I can definitely sell. I'm a good salesman. My 4 kids is probably what we're most proud of. Every morning when I walk to the office, the only thought that consumes me is my family. So when I get in there, I'm in the right frame of mind. I'm grateful. Every night we have dinner, my wife's developed a game. She calls it the grateful game. When we sit down, we say what we're grateful for the day. My bottom 2 can't play yet because we're only 1 and 2, but for the top 4 of us, we do. And it's a game I suggest everybody plays because it really puts you in the right frame of mind. Humility. This is probably the single most important thing to me, to be humble. I know a lot of people that have a lot of wealth, but they're not humble. For me, being humble and being able to help other people is everything. That shows simplicity and humility are the 2 hallmarks of greatness, and it's something that I pride to become. Now, I look at this photo every single day when I go to the office. I started with a vision and a dream. In 2005, that was my office. I currently have 4 offices and I have a team of over 50. I started in 2005 with that office with a debt of $348,000. There is not a day that I don't look at that picture. On the top right-hand side is a document. 2008, the 10th of September, at 3:23, that fax came through. I raised capital. I saw a gentleman by the name of Mick Irwin at Pivot Homes. He backed me and he gave me $250,000. That's how I was able to scale my business. He believed in me. I worked with him for 3 years. I look at that document every single day as well. 4 or 5 weeks ago, I called his receptionist. I said, what does Mick like to drink? She said, rum. I said, okay. I bought the 2 best bottles of rum I could find, 2 Reventon bottles of wine, and I flew up to see him. On the 28th of September this year marks 10 years. He goes, Chris, what are you doing? I said, I bought a Reventon folder, and I said, I read that every day. And I'll never forget where I came from and how much you've done for me. 7 years to the day. And he goes, I can't believe you're back. To me, those things, I guess, when I see them, I get very emotional. Every day when I look at that, it inspires me to keep doing. I think this is about to fall off, but I've got a loud voice, I'm Greek, so we'll be okay. Looking at those things is what inspires me, as I said. Now, the next couple slides is a quick little summary of what I discussed. And if you can take one thing out of my presentation today, is be relentless. Don't let anyone stop you in whatever you pursue to do. Now, here is something that I'm very passionate about. I raised $40,000 this year for the Vinny CEO Sleep Out. I was in the top 1% of fundraisers out of 1,463. Now, there's a lot of people, thank you very much. There's people in this room that donated to me, so thank you. This year, my goal is to raise $60,000. Reventon will be donating 50 cents to every dollar we raise. So I need to raise $40,000, and I'm going to match 20 to that. So I'll send you the link so everyone can donate. The White Ribbon Foundation is another thing. So basically, in summary, what does it take? What's helped my journey? An obscene amount of energy. Energy forward. Energy focusing on the right things. What's your passion? Your passion becomes your purpose, becomes your why. When you understand your why, you'll become driven. When you're motivated, motivation fades. When you're driven, it doesn't stop. Abundance. Never settle. Go after what you want and be relentless towards it. I know that I'm going to get everything that I want because I'm either going to stop breathing or I'm going to attain it. You wouldn't bet against a person like that, would you? Spot on. Gratitude. I'm very grateful for everything that I have. I have my health. I have my family. I have an amazing team of people. And more importantly, I'm privileged to be serving a lot of clients. Without them, I wouldn't be standing here before you. And being humble. Christine, I'm almost done, don't worry. Now, with persistence comes progression. Always keep moving forward. This is in memory of my cousin. I hope you've all learned, who passed away this year. Be awesome. Thank you very much.
Let's give it up for Christofi. Hang on. All right, one thing I'm going to add is JT and Chris are on a race to $1 billion. JT and Chris are on the race to $1 billion. Who do you think is going to make it first? It's a tight race. Thank you so much, Chris.
Thanks.